he was full of vim and vigour in his semi-final victory over Francisco Lombardo. Nunez was pushed all the way to 15-14 in his semi-final. It's the big one. Mikhail Pagiev in control. So we're underway. Dylan French on the right from Canada. World number 47 takes on Pablo Nunez from the host nation, with everyone here, almost everyone here, completely on his side. And he certainly is going to have the vast majority of the support from the crowd here. Gets off the mark in the first 20 seconds. So if you're watching fencing for the first time, epee is the easiest weapon to understand. Some good news for you. It is the purest of the dueling swords. First one to hit. Both fencers can get hit at the same time. That's called a double. Both get the points. And the whole body is target. You've got to hit with the tip of the sword, but you can hit anywhere from the tips of the toes right the way up to the top of the mask. There is an example of a double. Nunez on the attack. French quick with his counter action. Nicely on the inside of the arm there from Nunez. Nunez came through his first round winning 4 of his 5 fights. That was enough to make him the #1 seed. He then beat Jorge Valderrama, his teammate from Chile, before knocking out Fabrizio Lazarotto from Brazil, and then a tight one against another Brazilian, Alexandra Pereira de Camargo, 15-14. Then French ranked 3rd after 4 victories from 5 in the first round. Then took out the Cuban Dario Carrion and Joaquin Bustos from Chile, before beating Francisco Lombardo from Venezuela in a consummate victory, you have to say, 15-5. Bouncing in and out of distance, much like he's doing here. But Nunez, unlike Lombardo, is pressing the distance. And it's working for him at the moment. Another double, where Lombardo stayed out of distance and the dance was being led by French. The footwork was being led by French. Here, Nunez is staying in there. He's keeping alert. But a flash attack from French levels things up. The interesting thing about the sport of fencing is that if you're in the second semi-final, you, your coach, and your coaching team will be observing both fencers. You're looking to see what both fencers are doing so you can prepare, should you win your semi-final, for both eventualities. For Pablo Nunez, who'd already gone through very early in that fight between French and Francisco Lamardo in the second semi-final, they would have known that French was going to go through. So they would have been totally focused on the tactics. And at the moment, it's paying off for Nunez. And you have to say, well, number 112, Pablo Nunez, up against Dylan French. Normally, the world number 47 from Canada would be the one you'd fancy for it. But as they say in epee, on your day, you can win anything. Tight one here, though, as they go to the break. 6 apiece between Nunez of Chile and French of Canada. So all square in the men's epee individual gold medal match here at Santiago 2023. Chile have got something to cheer about here on home soil. Pablo Nunez tied up with Dylan French. He's staying in the face of the Frenchman. Every time French gives up ground, Nunez is closing the distance. So French now has adapted. He's now jumping away just a little bit further to open things up. I'm trying to catch the Chilean off balance as he steps in. So watch the big step away here. That's the one. He's just looking. He's just seeing whether there's an opportunity for that flash attack, that arrow attack. French sharp to that. This time taking the blade. Went once round into the circular cease. If you think about it like a circle, in a clockwise direction going underneath your opponent's blade, and a lovely one over the top there. Nunez has just lost his way a little bit over the last 15-20 seconds, and it's allowed French to pick off a couple of good hits to go 2 up. Nunez needs to stay a bit more patient here. Doubles only favour the leading athlete at this point. It's a nice single light hit. He's just slowed things down a little bit from that frantic 20-odd seconds from Nunez. He's just calmed down a little bit, and he needs to do that because French is so sharp. He's neat, tidy, compact. Hand position is perfect most of the time, and closing up the distance. The hit landed for Nunez, but the referee had called halt for Korokor, body to body. When their bodies clash, the referee's well within his rights to call halt. Now, I wonder if the referee is going to overturn this decision. Sometimes the fencers can hit off the piste. Well, I don't think that's the case here. So, Mikhail Pagiev giving a warning to Nunez. Yellow card. No hits given away on a yellow card, but can't make any other infringements. Lovely. This is what Nunez needs to do. He needs to stay nice and solid, and this time his hand position was absolutely perfect. He caught French out of balance that time. So French has just closed the distance up a little bit here. I wonder if we'll see French continue with that ploy. 2 away from the Pan American Games of 2023 men's epee title. And another one for the Frenchman. Now Nunez can't make any mistakes, and you see that the way that he's just started to intensify a little bit, the Chilean. That hasn't worked for him. Darren French on the verge of something very special here. "30 seconds left in the fight in this second period. There's 3 more minutes if necessary, and you see how Nunez, balanced, calm, a little bit more methodical in his approach, has got the single light hit. He needs 2 more to draw level. French would have learnt from that. Nunez needs to be careful, and there you go. As soon as he stepped in that time, a nice flick onto the inside of the wrist, and that is a fantastic victory for Darren French from Canada. He has found a way through against Pablo Nunez, who's had a brilliant day here on home soil. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Darren French of Canada. He is the 2023 Pan American Games champion here in Santiago, and very, very well fenced. Confirmation then in 2 periods of fencing. Darren French from Canada has taken the Pan Am Games title in the men's epee individual, the first of the gold medals in the fencing tournament.